Have you ever just thought back to a time or a place, a group of memories in your head, like a chapter in your life that when you look back on these memories and you explore these old roads, there's this soundtrack that, I don't know, it symbolises everything about that place. For me, there's a song by Blur which encapsulates exactly how I felt at that certain time, despite the fact that I was very, very young when I lived in this place. But looking back now, it wasn't an enjoyable time for me, really. I won't go into grave detail, but, you know, it's something that I hold close to me. But the song itself, man, it's dreamy. Always loved Blur. Well, I say always, I've loved them for a long time at least. They've always been a band that I've just really understood. You know, you get those bands that you just like, yeah, I get you guys. I really, really get you guys. Yeah, good on ya. And Inertia is one of those songs. And I want to talk to you about what inertia means to me after I've had a cup of coffee and got dressed and woken up a little bit. Cool. When I said do something cute before I started recording, I didn't mean that. Alright? Alright, you can stop doing that now, weirdo. Whenever I think back to this time in my childhood, where I think about this certain period of my life, like I could just imagine the camera. Obviously there's pictures there, there's sounds there, there's smells there, there's taste there. Like the camera or the eyes that are viewing it are watching it from an old film lens. All I can say is listen to this piece of music and just imagine wavy visuals, sort of almost like a VHS tape kind of thing. You guys understand what I'm talking about, hopefully.
Come over on a summer day, all my problems go away, sitting in the sun with you.
Just realised I'm holding the microphone like this. It's not even plugged in. And now I shall carry on like nothing happened. See, inertia for me is like way up there with petrichor. Petrichor is just a fantastic word. It means a pleasant smell that frequently accompanies the first rain after a long period of warm, dry weather. Thanks Google for that. I did have to Google what inertia meant. That may have made me think about inertia and think that I'm feeling it. But I've been feeling this way for a long time. I just never knew what it was. I just thought it was laziness. But now it's got a fancy, cute little word. Now I feel like, yeah, I'm suffering inertia, bro. It's not really suffering, though. See, let me explain. What inertia actually means. A tendency to do nothing or to remain unchanged. Now, to a lot of people, the idea of inertia would just be laziness, would just be, you know, not wanting to change because it's effort. Because, you know, they're stuck in the past or whatever. See, the reason why I don't want to change myself right now is because I have been built up from years of doing one thing with, like, my mum and, like, looking after her and that sort of stuff, and then to be, being a young carer is what I mean there, and from being that to then having my childhood at a really, really late age. Like, my childhood really started when I was 17 years old, which is kind of crazy, really. I was very, very kind of childlike, I guess, from my sort of 17s through to like my 22s, my 21s. And I can be a little bit childish sometimes, but that's just part of my personality, really. I'm just a bit of a fun-loving guy. Inertia is a beautiful word, and the more I think about it, the more I realise that, yeah. Because going back to what I was thinking about at the start, when I look back at like my like little, you know, mini movies that you create in your head when you think back to like little childhood moments and stuff, you know, I remember being back in Inverness, living in I think back at all those times, and the soundtrack that is playing is Inertia by Blur, and I just think, damn, maybe it could mean something. My friend Sean Manchester, hello Sean Manchester, he'll appreciate this shout out if he actually watches this video. He was saying to me that everything, you know, everything's linked, everything's connected. He's quite a spiritual person, but he was saying everything's linked, everything's together, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But the more I think about it, the more you kind of accept the fact that some of this actually might be connected, some of this might actually mean something, you know. My dad's the same. My dad believes in like karma. My dad believes in like the cosmic jokes and that sort of stuff, and you know, signs and that sort of stuff. You know, it's really, really interesting the more you think about it. It could be absolute bollocks, but I'm not sure what you guys believe in. Let me know in the comments below. Let's get a conversation started. But I really, really enjoy what inertia means. I don't want to change myself. I don't think I should. I don't think I need to, really. You know, I'm going to tell you what I like about myself. And I'm sorry, this sounds really kind of like, you know, oh, look at me, I'm really good at this. But just shut up. Let me talk. Right. Jesus. Okay, calm down, dear. Oh, God. I like my fashion style. I like my fashion sense. I don't want to change that. You know, I like wearing slightly edgy clothing. Not too edgy, but I like wearing, you know, kind of cool clothes. Don't say cool. Cool's not cool these days. Anyway, hip. Yeah? No? I like my music taste. I think that, you know, the fact that I can go from listening to Gorillaz to then listening to Just Can't Get Enough to then listening to two-tone and ska and that sort of stuff. You know, my music taste is kind of slightly rounded, but I do occasionally I will go off and listen to 90s hip-hop. That was not me having a little sort of face spasm. That was me stuttering there. I do like my hip-hop. There we go. In terms of lifestyle, I think I want to change that slightly. There's elements of my lifestyle I don't particularly like my sleeping pattern, for example. But then again, there's this whole thing where it's like, yeah, I want to change this, but I never really make any steps to actually changing it. And I think that's what the thing is. Throughout this whole video, I've been saying that I don't want to change myself, but there's ways that I could better myself. But I don't see many major flaws with me. You know, if I were to like get really, really like personal and really, really like physical, like for example, I don't like my kind of, I was supposed to say girth then. No, just shut up. Carry on talking, but shut up. I don't like my kind of slenderness. I just feel like I'm a stick. But body confidence as well, though. I also like the fact that I'm not huge, you know. I think I'm right. I think I'm okay. I just need to kind of work on how to maybe put on weight, but a healthy amount of weight, if that makes sense, you know. But if people are comfortable in being whatever height, whatever weight they are, then that's absolutely fine, because that's who they are. You know, that's they've embraced themselves. They've accepted that. You know, I need to accept that. I eat a lot. I just don't put on weight, and that's okay. Oh, the French pit bull. Oh, God, it's so cute. But yeah, so like I also really enjoy. Sorry about that. Just, I like dogs. I need to make my mind up about smoking. because I vape nation. That was the uncoolest thing I've ever done in my life. But I really enjoy vaping because, I don't get any of that shit in my lungs. But recently, I've let a lot of stuff get to my head, and I felt the need to smoke. I felt the need to go out and buy some Taylors or buy some tobacco and then just roll it up, smoke it. That's how you smoke a cigarette. And I just honestly, man, like, if I'm gonna go back to smoking, then just fucking do it. If I'm gonna vape, I've just got to fucking do it. But what if I don't want to? What if I don't want to change? Inertia. I guess only time will tell, and also I'm a deep thinker as well, so this whole video might just be bollocks. I hope it isn't though, because, why change? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There you go. It is nice being back though, making YouTube videos again. I have missed it, and I've missed you as well. You there, faithful viewer. Oh, I want to die.